Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going through my July favorites. I can't believe it's already the end of July. I know everyone says that, but holy crap. Actually today, the 27th is which I'm filming this, is 1 month until my wedding day. I'm getting married August 27th. So crazy. I'm getting really excited and also really nervous. I can't believe how fast the time has been going. When we first got engaged, I was like, the time is going to go by so slow. This feels like forever, but it's like already here and it's just insane. But anyways, we're getting off topic. Let's dive into my favorites. First up, I want to talk about MAC Fix Plus. I held off on buying this for a really long time. This is my first bottle. This is the first time I've purchased this just because I wasn't sure. It felt a little bit gimmicky. It was really expensive for essentially water. I mean, it looks like water. I know it's not just water, but it's kind of what it looks like. Kind of looks like you're buying a bottle of water for $20 some. So I was a little skeptical on buying this, but I finally bit the bullet and purchased it, and I'm really glad that I did because this is amazing. There's so many uses for this. I love it most for spraying it on my brush to really enhance the colors. I use it for pigments and things like that. I also like spraying it on my face after my makeup. It's not marketed as a makeup like prolonger, like it's not supposed to prolong the life of your makeup, but I do like it because it kind of sets everything and just takes away any of the powderiness, and it just gives you a really nice, beautiful finish on the face. And I also like using this before my makeup. It's a great just kind of hydrating refresher spray. And also I like this like throughout the day, just when I feel like I need a little refresher. It just kind of re-alivens your makeup, and it just is amazing and it feels great. And this is something that I definitely will repurchase and I absolutely love. Next up is a palette. NYX came out with I think 4 new palettes shaped like this. These are called the NYX Ultimate Palette. And I got mine in the shade Cool Neutrals. I really wanted the warm neutrals, I think is what it's called, where it has like the oranges and reds and stuff, but of course it was sold out. But I was doing a purpley look and this was perfect for that anyway, so I opted for this one. And these are really, really nice. Great pigmentation. They blend out beautifully. If you want to see this palette in action, I will link the tutorial that I did with this below. It's like a purpley lilac tutorial, but the only color that I am disappointed in this palette, which is really sad because it's a really pretty color, is this bright purple shade. When you first go to swatch it, like on your finger, it looks okay, but then when you swatch it on your hand, it just kind of is chalky and there's not really much pigment there. So that is the one shade in this palette that is kind of bleh. But for a drugstore palette, I think this is great. I love that there's 4 different like shade ranges. I think it's awesome. I think these retail for $16.99, so they're a little bit on the pricey side, but you're getting, how many shadows? But you're getting 16 shadows in here, so essentially $1 a shadow. It's not too bad. So I have been loving this guy. Next up is this little guy, and this is from the Sephora brand. Sephora brand makeup, I don't know why, but it's like an area that I never really explore, but I've heard really good things about their brand, so I need to explore it a little bit more. And I picked this guy up recently, and this is their Sephora Illuminator Brow Enhancer, and this is such a dupe for the Benefit Highbrow. Like, it is exactly the same, and it's a quarter of the price. Just your big, chunky, kind of pink illuminating pencil, but it's so pigmented, and it's just great for illuminating under the brows, and it blends out just beautifully. I absolutely love this. So easy to use, and it's just a great little bloop, bloop. I used to use stick concealers to highlight under there, but I found that I like the pinky tones better just because it gives you a little bit more of a glow. So I have been loving this guy. Next up is a blush, and this is from NARS, and this is in the shade Madly. This is my first NARS blush, and I debated on what color to get forever because NARS blushes are expensive, and I was not to drop that much money on a blush that, you know, I wasn't that crazy about, like a color that I have a lot of or something like that. So I opted for the shade Madly, and I am so glad that I did. It is such a unique shade. In the pan, it doesn't look like much. It's kind of a soft, muted pink, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it. Even swatching it doesn't do it justice. But on the cheeks, it is so stunning. It is so natural and so beautiful. It's perfect for pale skin. I absolutely love this. I've been wearing it nonstop. It's perfect for every day. It's perfect for every single eye look. It just goes with everything. So I'm so glad that I got somewhat of a uniquer type shade. I don't have anything in my collection that looks like this. And shout out to Kathleen Lights. She is the one that recommended this, and I am so glad that she did because this thing is amazing, and NARS blush formula is incredible. Like, they last all day long. They're so creamy. So beautiful. I definitely want to pick up more, but they are not cheap, so I'm definitely happy with this one for now. Next up is a lip gloss, and this is from Be a Bombshell. I'm usually not the biggest fan of lip glosses. It's just not something that I normally am drawn to, but I'm kind of starting to get into them more, and I got this in a Ipsy, I think, or a BoxyCharm. This is the best formula of lip glosses I have ever tried. This is incredible. I absolutely love it. I'm not a big fan of lip glosses that are super pigmented. I like glosses that, you know, are gloss and are a little bit more sheer and just are a nice wash of color. And I hate like sticky, goopy lip glosses, but this is just absolutely perfect. It's thin and you can barely notice it on your lips. It's just gorgeous. I've never found a lip gloss formula that I like more than this, and the color is really nice too. This is in the color Famous. And I think these are called their pout potions, but it's just the perfect wash of color. I've just thrown this in my purse, and it's just great for on the go every day. So stunning. I just can't get past the formula of these. These are incredible. Be a Bombshell is kind of a brand that is not super well known. It's in a lot of subscription boxes, but they have a lot of awesome products, and I'm so glad that I found this because I need to get every single color. I absolutely love these. All right, next up is a primer, and this is the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and this is such a dupe for the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I don't notice my makeup lasting quite as long with this as the Hourglass one, but everything else about it is exactly the same. So it's just like, looks just like a little moisturizer, and it just feels, when you rub it into your face, oh, it's just so velvety and smooth. Gives you such a nice base for your makeup. I absolutely love this stuff. I've been using it nonstop. It's absolutely gorgeous. I want to wear the Mineral Veil Primer on my wedding day, but that has SPF of 15 in it, so I'm not sure how that's going to do with flash photography, even though it's just a primer and I'll be putting a whole bunch of other crap on top of it. So I am leaning towards to using this, but I don't know. If you guys know if SPF 15 in a primer is going to affect flash photography, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your guys' opinions about it, but yeah, this is amazing. Definitely would recommend it if you're looking for a good drugstore primer. Next up is another lip product, and this is from MAC, and this is their lipstick in the shade Syrup, and this is a luster. I have been using this lipstick non-stop. This lipstick and this lip gloss have been like my jam the past month. Not necessarily together, but these have both been in my purse, and I've just been grabbing one or the other. This is a lipstick because it's a luster that I can almost get away without using a mirror. If I'm really careful, I can do it. I've definitely done it before. But it's just the perfect wash of color. Absolutely gorgeous. I really like the luster formulas. Again, they're not sticky or anything like that. It's just the perfect sheer wash of color, and it's just a great everyday lipstick, perfect for any eye look when you're on the go, and they smell so good. They smell so good. But yeah, I have been loving this. Been using it nonstop. I want to get a crap ton more of MAC lipsticks. If you have any recommendations, please leave them below. I would love to hear them. Next up is an eyeliner, and this is from ColourPop, and this is in the shade Get Paid. And this eyeliner formula is unlike any formula I've ever had before. First of all, the color of this is gorgeous. It's like a metallic gold, so stunning. There it is right there. These are so creamy, like ridiculously creamy. And when I first got this and swatched it, I was like, that is not gonna be good in my waterline. It's too creamy. It's just gonna like not go anywhere. But these are so pigmented in the waterline. They just glide on and leave such a beautiful line of color. I am blown away by these, and these retail for $5. And these are so hard to get off. I'm shocked at how long they last in the waterline. So it's pretty well dried down now. So I'm going to show you how amazing these are. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to rub. And they barely go anywhere. I mean, it's kind of starting to smear, but for such a creamy eyeliner, I think that these are absolutely incredible. I'm just so impressed with the pigmentation and lasting power of those. And like I said, they're only $5. I need to get every single color. And last up is a palette. This is a Lorac Pro 3 palette, and I just uploaded a first impressions review eye look type video thing on my channel. I will link that below if you're curious, but I heard not a lot of good things about this palette, and it really made me sad because all the other Lorac Pro palettes are so highly hyped up, and I feel like this one got a lot of bad reviews. But when I saw the color selection in this palette, I just was so drawn to it. Just looked like such the perfect natural nude everyday palette, and it is. I love it. I don't know what people don't like about this palette. I think that these are just as creamy, just as pigmented, just as buttery as all the other Lorac Pro palettes. They're so buttery and they're so pigmented, and I absolutely love them. They are blendable and creamy, just like, I don't know. Look at the pigmentation. I don't see what is wrong with these. They do kick up a little bit of powder, but that doesn't bother me. A lot of my eyeshadows kick up a lot of powder. I just feel like that's something that happens a lot of the time. The one shade that was a little bit disappointed in is the shade Medallion, which is right here. It's just a little bit chunky and a little bit harder to work with. But it's gorgeous nonetheless. It still swatches beautifully. You just have to work with it a little bit more than the other shadows, but as you can see, it still is an amazing shadow. So I would definitely recommend this palette. If you guys have it, have tried it, don't like it, love it, let me know your opinions on it, because I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. I'm just really curious to everyone's opinion and kind of what the deal with this palette is. So let me know. So definitely let me know. But like I said, I love this palette. I'm pretty sure that this is the palette I'm going to be using on my wedding day. That is how much I like it. I just think that the color selection in here is so perfect for bridal makeup. And I like that this doesn't lean more towards cool or warm tones. You have a nice mix of both. It's just a gorgeous palette. I'm gonna shut up now. So that wraps up my July favorites. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching my video today. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.